Ethan's phone buzzes with another payment reminder. Credit card, utilities, rent, all due within days. He rubs his eyes, staring at the ceiling. It's not that he doesn't have money, it's that money keeps slipping through the cracks. Like millions of Americans, Ethan's paycheck looked fine on paper, but somehow, it never stretched far enough. One unexpected expense, one late fee, one market dip, and the balance he worked so hard for began to crumble. Outside his apartment window, the city hums awake, delivery vans, morning traffic, and a billboard that reads, "Ethan scoffs. Yeah, right. AI can't fix my life." But deep down, a question lingers. If AI can trade stocks, write code, and predict trends better than humans, could it also save a human from financial burnout? He scrolls through his phone, social media full of headlines. AI replaces 200,000 jobs. Automation boosts corporate profits, workers left behind. Fear. Confusion. Hope. It all blurs together. Ethan takes a sip of cold coffee, staring at his open spreadsheet. Rows and rows of numbers, color-coded, perfectly organized, yet completely overwhelming. He wasn't failing. He was drowning in decisions. And that's when it hit him, maybe the real problem wasn't money. Maybe it was management. That single thought, quiet, almost invisible, would soon change everything. Because within 48 hours, Ethan would discover something that would rewrite his definition of financial freedom. The team chat is unusually quiet. Then, a message appears from his manager. "Quick update everyone, we're introducing AI-driven systems to streamline our code review and analytics process. Expect some restructuring soon." That one word, restructuring, hits him harder than caffeine ever could. Ethan scrolls through the announcement, heart sinking. The company isn't firing people yet, but everyone knows what's coming. AI tools are faster, cheaper, and never ask for raises. He looks around his apartment, the Tesla key fob, the expensive monitor, the neat stack of bills. Suddenly, all of it feels temporary. AI's not coming for my job, right? But deep down, he already knows the answer. Later that night, he can't sleep. He scrolls through LinkedIn, friends posting about layoffs, job losses, retraining for the AI era. The same people who once bragged about tech stability are now terrified of automation anxiety. Inflation's rising. Interest rates are eating into savings. The dollar doesn't stretch the way it used to. He opens his bank app again, numbers blur into anxiety. Every tap feels heavier than the last. For years, people were told to work smarter, not harder. Now AI had come along, and it was smarter than them. Ethan starts to wonder if financial freedom is even possible anymore, not in the traditional sense. Saving, budgeting, investing all felt outdated in a world where machines could trade faster, predict trends, and optimize portfolios in seconds. "I used to think the game was about earning more. Now it feels like the rules have changed, and nobody told us." That's the real conflict. Not man versus machine, but human trust versus algorithmic efficiency. As he stares at his reflection on the dark laptop screen, something shifts. Maybe, just maybe, the only way to survive this new world isn't to fight AI, but to learn how to work with it. The night after Ethan's sleepless panic, his apartment was silent except for the soft hum of his computer fan. He stared at the phrase he'd just typed into the search bar, "Best AI tools to automate personal finances." Thousands of results. Budget bots, AI investment advisors, automation platforms. For the first time in weeks, he felt something new, curiosity instead of fear. He clicked on a YouTube video titled, "How I Let AI Manage My Money for 90 Days. A creator explained how AI assistants, like ChatGPT combined with Zapier and finance apps, could handle bills, categorize expenses, and even reallocate investments automatically. It wasn't some billionaire tech fantasy. It was real. If I can automate my job tasks, why can't I automate my financial stress? He opened his laptop, built a simple workflow, connect bank accounts through secure APIs, create AI alerts for irregular transactions, set weekly balance summaries sent to his email, link an investing bot to dollar cost average into ETFs. Nothing fancy. Just small automations, one at a time. By the end of the week, Ethan noticed something strange. He hadn't checked his balance once. No panic refreshes. No spreadsheets. Everything was happening quietly in the background. His bills? Paid automatically. His savings? Growing incrementally. His budget? Rebalanced by a digital brain that never forgot, never panicked, never got tired. It's like I finally built the version of me I always wanted: disciplined, organized, and consistent. As days turned into weeks, something deeper began to change. AI wasn't just managing his money, it was managing his mindset. He no longer felt chained to decisions. Instead, he had clarity. He started exploring deeper tools, like Clio and Copilot, which gave personality to his finances. Like Betterment and Wealthfront, which optimized his long-term portfolio. Like Zapier and Make.com, where Ethan programmed custom workflows: if rent is due, pay it. If paycheck arrives, invest 15% automatically. Soon, he added one more step: an AI tracker that analyzed his emotional spending patterns, predicting which days he was most likely to splurge. The AI didn't judge. It just learned. For the first time in years, I wasn't reacting to money, I was working with it. Ethan's fear of AI evolved into partnership. Every task that once drained him became automated. Every minute saved became time invested in learning, exercising, reconnecting. He wasn't obsessing over pennies anymore. He was building a system that multiplied them. It wasn't overnight success. There were hiccups: an automation bug that overdrafted his account once, an investment bot that went rogue on a crypto dip. But he learned, adjusted, refined. I stopped trying to control everything. I started designing systems that control themselves. Within 3 months, Ethan's financial life looked nothing like before. His savings grew 12%. His credit score rose. But the real transformation wasn't in the numbers. It was in his peace of mind. He no longer woke up anxious. His mornings were calm. The same technology he once feared, the one threatening his job, had become the very thing that protected his freedom. And as he watched his AI dashboard quietly run, he whispered to himself, maybe this is what real financial freedom feels like, when your money finally works for you. Ethan's story isn't just about luck, it's about leverage. Because what he discovered next wasn't just personal relief, it was a new financial blueprint, one that anyone could follow. Most people lose money not through bad decisions, but through inconsistency. Missed payments, forgotten subscriptions, impulse spending, tiny cracks that slowly drain your future. Ethan used AI to seal those cracks. He created a digital flow: money came in, and every dollar already knew where to go. 40% went to living expenses, 20% to savings, 20% to investments, 10% to guilt-free spending, 10% to growth, skills, learning, side hustles. He built this plan inside a budgeting app synced with ChatGPT prompts like, rebalance my budget automatically if income changes. The AI adjusted everything in real time: no spreadsheets, no stress. It was like teaching a river where to flow, instead of constantly building dams. Ethan learned that awareness is wealth. AI didn't just manage his numbers, it learned his habits. Whenever he overspent on food, the system gently messaged him, hey Ethan, you've hit 80% of your dining budget this week. Want me to lower next week's allocation? No guilt. No judgment. Just partnership. That's the secret of AI finance tools: they remove emotion, but not empathy. Apps like Clio, Copilot, and in-app with AI plugins do this already. They analyze your patterns and adjust behavior before you even realize it's a problem. It's like having a personal trainer for your wallet, tracking every rep, every slip, every win. Ethan's next step was letting AI grow his wealth, not just protect it. He set up robo-advisors like Wealthfront to automatically invest in low-cost ETFs. Then added AI stock analysis tools like Composer and FinChat that scan thousands of market signals, creating balanced portfolios based on his risk tolerance. Each month, the system quietly rebalanced his investments. No panic selling. No timing the market. Just consistent, data-driven compounding. I used to chase returns. Now I just chase habits. That's when he understood the difference between getting rich and staying free. AI gave him discipline, the kind most people can't sustain manually. As his finances stabilized, Ethan experimented with AI-generated side hustles. He used ChatGPT to research profitable micro-business ideas, automating Fiverr gigs, creating ebooks with AI, running content channels using generative tools. One project took off, a small AI-powered budgeting app that helped freelancers manage irregular income. By month 6, Ethan was earning an extra $700 a month passively. Not millions, but momentum. He realized financial freedom isn't one giant leap. It's a staircase, and AI builds the steps for you. Ethan no longer checked his accounts daily. He checked his progress. Money had finally stopped being a source of anxiety and started being a source of alignment. That's the real power of AI in personal finance. It doesn't replace your dreams, it protects them. It turns chaos into clarity, numbers into narrative, and ordinary people into architects of their own systems. Freedom isn't about quitting work. It's about designing a life where your money works while you rest. And as his AI dashboard glowed softly in the dark, Ethan smiled, not because he was rich, but because he was finally at peace. The same world that once made Ethan anxious, the markets, the algorithms, the chaos, now moved with him, not against him. He no longer feared every financial headline or every dip in the graph. Because now, his future wasn't built on prediction, it was built on preparation. The truth is, AI didn't make Ethan rich overnight. It made him resilient. It replaced panic with patterns, confusion with clarity. And most of all, it gave him time. Time to think, to build, to live. As he stood by his window, watching the Austin skyline glow with morning light, Ethan realized something simple and powerful: financial freedom isn't about escaping work. It's about designing a life where you control your time, not your fears. AI had become more than a tool. It had become a teacher, showing that automation isn't about losing control, it's about trusting yourself enough to let go. We're all standing at the same crossroads Ethan once faced. The choice between fear and innovation. Between control and collaboration. AI isn't the enemy, it's the engine of a new kind of independence. And maybe that's the real message: you don't need to be a millionaire to live free. You just need a system that works while you rest. So, if Ethan's story inspired you, take one small step today. Try automating a single part of your financial life. Let technology handle the noise, so you can focus on your growth. Subscribe for more stories that change how you see money and how you live with it. Because the future of freedom isn't built by luck. It's designed by intention.